Hey guys, welcome back. So for this one, we are going to do a simply lavender soap. So super basic bar. We're going to do a drop swirl with purple clay and lavender essential oil for the scent. So let's get started on this one. All right, so these are our oils. I have to transfer them into another container just because there's not enough room to add the lye. When I do double batches, the 10 pounds at a time, I do them in this container as well. And they're literally to the brim once you add the lye. And I don't like to do containers that big, but I do because it's easier, and I haven't gotten a new container that'll hold 10 pounds with a little bit of room. So, I mean, just do what you do. So I like to wipe my containers out just so when I wash everything, it's nice and dry. It doesn't have oils or soap batter or whatever it is on it. So we'll leave this to the side for now, and we'll use that for the purple clay. All right. Oh, gloves we need. And eyewear. All right. Make sure these always get so dirty. I think it's because you touch it, like when you take them off, you tend to have stuff on your hands. All right. So we have our oils, our extra container for coloring, essential oils, and our lye. So let's put this in. And we will blend this up. Alright, I'm doing a video, so you gotta be quiet, okay? And so this is the lavender essential oil, and then I add clay to all of my soaps. It gives it a really nice slip. It makes it glide across the skin really nice, and it also anchors the essential oil in the soap. We're gonna have to work fast because it's already starting to thicken. I am soaping pretty warm just to get it done. It is a little bit later at night. And we're using a floral scent, which can accelerate trace. So let's put a little in here. We will add the purple clay. I'm just going to turn this so we don't get bubbles. So now let's bring our container right in the middle so you can see. And we're going to do a drop swirl, so we're going to just mix this up so it becomes a little bit more fluid, and we'll start pouring. All right, so we're going to put about half of the batter in. go up high just to make sure that that purple gets in there good. I love these little spatulas, and then I hate them at the same time. I get them from the Dollar Tree. I love them for like mixing, but I absolutely hate them for scraping. You'll scrape forever and ever, and like half the stuff comes out. So I do like them. It's nice to have them, but when you're working with them and then you try to scrape stuff, it is quite difficult to get them out. All right, so let's get the rest of this on here. This one out as well, and then we'll take the chopstick and just run it through it to make sure that that purple gets in there and it's not too chunky and gloopy. Like, I do want it to be fairly fluid in there, even though the soap was pretty thick. So sometimes when I take a chopstick and run it through it, it does give it a little bit more like a feather look. So I just go in. And then come back. And it'll still be thicker just because the batter was so thick. But it'll be nice to be able to get it throughout the soap and not just big chunks everywhere. I can feel the difference in texture. The purple is quite thick. Okay. So now I'm gonna wipe down the corners, and then I'm actually gonna go back in. I'm very OCD when it comes to leaving extra soap in the containers. I don't know why, like a little bit's not gonna make a difference, but I do have a septic system, so I do need to make sure that my bowls are very, very clean and really wiped out with a paper towel before I can wash them. So while I'm scraping anyways, I might as well put all of it onto the soap. Yeah, onto the soap. All right. So it's a Friday night and it's just me home with my 6-year-old who loves to FaceTime her friends because it's the pandemic and kids just can't hang out with each other right now. So we use FaceTime a lot. She is on there every night. I give her a good hour or so, which I know is kind of a lot, but I just feel so bad for the kids nowadays, you know, not being able to interact with each other like we do. She is very lucky. She goes to school part-time 2 days a week, so we're very lucky for that, but...
Mom,
what?
Can we have like a play date with Bridget at Bridget's house?
No, not right now, babes.
Why?
Because I said so.
What about she at my house?
I said no. We're not doing play dates right now. We'll talk later, okay? Speaking of, but we'll get there eventually. You know, the 2 days out of the house is nice for her. She gets to go to school and at least interact with the kids in her class, as opposed to on the computer, you know, for 6 hours a day. So I do allow her a little bit more screen time than normal, just because they're still developing. You know, and I feel like that's how they do so much learning, is playing with each other. They make it work. They'll do Barbies, all that kind of stuff, so it works. All right, so now that everything is out of the bowls, we're just gonna make a design. Alright, so for this one, I usually do, kind of want to stick with what I usually do, just so I don't have to retake pictures for the Etsy shop. Doesn't have to be perfect, but similar is always good. right, so that one is done. And then what we will do is spray it with 99% rubbing alcohol. I do 99, 91, really whatever I can get my hands on nowadays. And it does prevent ash. I do gel all of my soaps. And the reason I do that, I know it's, some soapers like to do it, some don't. I make sure and gel all of my soaps just because I only use clays and essential oils, and it really does brighten up the color of the soap itself. So if I didn't let it gel, the muted colors that I already have from the clays would be even more muted. So it does intensify the clays a little bit more, which I do like. So when I'm done with all of them, I will put them in little containers with lids on them and let them gel overnight, and then tomorrow I'll take them out. So this is the Simply Lavender soap. All right, so I have 3 more soaps to do. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and have a great day. Hey there, guys. All right, so we're gonna be doing the lavender. This is the Simply Lavender soap. So I just unmolded it. I'll show you what it looks like. We did get a little bit of ash, but that's okay with me. I don't mind ash at all. It definitely gelled, so the inside, you'll be able to see the purple nice. All right, so let's get started. All right, so let's cut the end off and see what we got. So this one, as you know, I did soap a little bit warmer. And it did get thick very, very quick, but we still did get a nice light swirl. It wasn't too gloopy, or it doesn't look like it has been. So that's always nice. You know, sometimes when you hurry too much and then the outcome doesn't come out the way you wanted it. So I was scared that was going to happen just because I did last minute decide to do a couple batches of soap, but everything's turned out really nice so far, so I'm happy with that. It looks just like the other batches did, so I don't need to retake pictures, which is always a plus if you can replicate something close enough to what you've made before, which doesn't always happen. Oh yeah, but these came out really nice. Very nice, very nice. Got to line up my design so they're all going the same way. I think it's funny that lavender is one of best sellers for a lot of people that sell essential oils, and it is for me as well. When I first started using essential oils, which was about 7, 8 years ago, I used to hate the smell of lavender. Couldn't stand it. I'd get an instant headache. It just, we weren't friends. We didn't like each other. But as time's gone on, I don't know why, I actually love the smell of lavender now. I think it's just because I'm around it so much, you just learn to deal, and then you decide to like it. That's like patchouli for a lot of people. A lot of people, you love patchouli or you hate patchouli. I love patchouli. I like dark, I like light. I like them all. So I actually love to work with it. I try to leave it only in certain soaps just because I know it isn't for everybody. You got to find the right person for it. So I don't want too many of my soaps to carry it, but I definitely have a good like 4, maybe even 5 soaps that do have some patchouli in it. Whether it's something you can smell right off the bat, or it's just one of those undertones that it kind of lingers there to give it that heavier musky smell. But that's like with everything. You don't want to put the same scent into every soap that you make because not everybody loves it. I do find though that you tend to want to make stuff that you enjoy. That's something hard. I think you come to learn when you run a business is you don't, I mean, I'll pretty much stand strong and only make stuff that I like to make. but there's always scents there that maybe aren't my favorite that some people love. So you kind of got to suck it up and make them once in a while for them. Someone's asking, you should try to give it to them if you can. All right, so let's take a quick look. Let me just put you up here. We'll grab, let's hang tight, let's be, yes. Grab a bar. So this is the Simply Lavender. Very happy with it. I do like the smell. All right, well, thank you so much. You guys have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye.